welcome back to RJ Analog Garage. I'm going to take over for Jim and putting these wheels back together, these shoes and the cylinders. I've rebuilt them, put the pistons in, put a little brake fluid on them to make sure they slid in nicely, and just put the spring in the middle, like Jim has showed you guys. And we're going to go ahead and put them back on the wheel right now, and then reassemble everything. I usually stick a little rag up there on the brake line so it doesn't drip all over the place. These pistons right here. This is what's got to go in each end of these. That's what the piston within the wheel cylinder pushes on, which in turn pushes on the shoes. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Make sure the bolt pattern's going in the right direction. Here. Try the other direction. There we go. These pistons can still fly out on you because there's really nothing holding them in place at this point into the rods getting into the slot here. So keep that in mind. As we put everything together. Okay. Yeah, again, I've got my tool set up. Everything's organized from where I took it all apart. So this is the left rear. So I want to go to the left rear area that I had the everything put in on. So just go into the back, which before you going to be a problem. In all the way. There we go. In all the way. Make sure this is flush against the hub. And we'll put this other bolt in. And readjust the hard line, rear brake lines on these old cars especially. It's pretty much even into the 60s, were handmade hard lines. And then the fronts were more flexible lines. Okay, a ½ inch. Put a little snap on. Cock out a little bit so we get the head. Like to get a little easier without bumping into stuff. Okay. Before I tighten this up all the way, I want to make sure that the threaded fitting for the brake line is in place. That way, because these things can be a real pain in the butt, to be honest with you, because they have to go in perfectly. They're real easy to cross thread. So anytime you're working on stuff like this, just make sure you're not cross threading anything. Slow and easy. It's nice to add a little lubricant onto this thing too, because it needs a turn on the metal tubing. So you don't want to tubing and ended up breaking it. Then the job got a whole lot bigger. Okay. Don't over torque these either. Real important. You don't want to. You over torque or strip something out, you just made this a whole lot bigger of a job. Can't stress that enough. Make sure we're tight on the rear mounting bolts. Good. Trying not to be crazy here. Go ahead and reposition this little guy here. A little hard to see. This is actually the handbrake actuation rod. So it goes in here when you pull up on. This is attached to a cable which goes up the passenger compartment, and pull on the cable and it expands this out, and you've got a handbrake. There we go. Getting closer. See, this has got a piston down here at the bottom, and you expand that out to get everything in place, put everything back together. Then we will adjust the brakes. You know, you run it up to its snug. You can barely turn the hub. You back it off, you just barely hear it rubbing. And that's where you typically want most drum brake setups. This is the special tool. Just a fork you could feed in through the rear. You can adjust the make sure it doesn't come out on you. These things are held in there just by these springs, so just be careful you don't start moving everything around. And honestly, I'll put the rest of these springs go back into here, one here, and they'll hold everything where it's supposed to be, and you're good to go, man. You're just it's all good. And I appreciate you guys watching today. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.